Good day everyone, and welcome to Adventures with Parker. Looks like I forgot to film an intro for this video, but this is my fifth and final installment of my July coaster trip that I took with my friends Quenten, Amanda, and Tyler. Today we are visiting Six Flags Darien Lake, and this is actually my first time visiting the park, despite the fact that it's really not that much farther from me than Canada's Wonderland. Now this park actually has quite an interesting collection of rides, and quite a storied history as well, as it's passed hands a number of times. As I mentioned, it is currently a Six Flags park, and you know what? I am so excited to dig in and explore what this park has to offer, so without any further ado, let the Darien Lake adventures begin. Now we did have a bit of a problem at the front gate. Tyler's pass didn't scan, and we all had passes that get us into all of the Six Flags parks, and it worked for us at Great Adventure, so I'm not sure why there's an issue here, but we're gonna go on ahead and hopefully he'll catch up. He's been here before, so I guess he's okay staying behind, but hopefully they resolve that issue soon. It's not a Six Flags day if something doesn't go wrong, am I right? Alright, so for our first ride of the day, we are doing Tantrum, which is a Gerstauer Eurofighter. It looks very similar to Impulse at Knoebels, and I really enjoyed that ride, so I'm sure I'll like this one too. And Quenten, this is your first time on Tantrum too.
Yep, it's my first time at Darien Lake in 10 years, so I'm looking forward to it.
Quenten, how was your ride?
Oh, I was impressed. They're like very short, but you get what you wait for. That makes sense.
Always got to get a shot of the carousel. This one doesn't seem, you know, like it has a lot of history, but it's still a carousel, so what's not to love? So they finally let this guy into the park.
Yeah, like so what happened was with my pass, like they say it was not for this park or the wrong park. It says for Magic Mountain. Yes, I bought my pass for Magic Mountain because I'm going there in 2 weeks. But it is Extreme Thrills pass, so it gets you in every park. I used this pass to get in the Great Adventure, no problem, like 2 days ago. But apparently other people were having problems with their passes too, so it wasn't just me, so maybe it's just Darien Lake. They said I had to get to my home park to get the pass. But technically that's not my home park, this is my home park.
Yeah.
I'm in, they gave me a day pass to get in because I showed them proof. So I didn't have to pay for the ticket, I just got a free day pass to get in. But so hopefully next time I come here I got no problems, so I might just get the card when I go to Magic Mountain.
Yeah, you'll be there in a few weeks, so hopefully you'll fix it when you go there.
But I'm not surprised though, like these smaller Six Flags parks, I've heard that they do have issues with their passes. So if I knew it was gonna be one of the Six Flags that was gonna have an issue because I haven't used it yet this year, it was gonna be this one.
All right, second ride of the day for me is Predator, which is our old wooden coaster here. And this year GCI came in and added some Titan track to the ride, which presumably will mean that some parts of the ride will be smoother than it was before. Not that I'll know the difference, but still exciting that we get to try out some Titan track because that's something that GCI has been promoting for a while. And yeah, I think this is one of the first coasters to be outfitted with it outside of White Lightning in Florida.
Last time I was here, I got 8 rides on this. And I honestly thought it wasn't that rough at all. I thought like people are just overreacting. It's an underrated Woody, so I didn't think it was that rough. Like the roughest part of the ride, to me, was not even the part that they tracked. Oh. So I'm curious to see how it is with the new Titan track. So I can't wait to compare it.
It should be interesting, that's for sure.
Okay, just got off of Ride of Steel, which was a fantastic intimate hyper. We sat on the back. The airtime on the back half is so good. The way that the ride goes really fast along the water just makes for some really awesome visuals. So I'm quite happy with this one.
Yeah, like, I mean, that was actually better than I remembered. I haven't been on this in 3 years, but I remember it being really good. It's in my top 20. I think that moved up. Ride of Steel was absolutely hauling. I always loved the hills. The hills was more intense than I remembered. And then the back-to-back airtime hills, like, this thing's good. It's definitely a reason to come back to Darien Lake.
I know I don't often point it out, but Six Flags Darien Lake does have its own go-kart track, and it seems to be a pretty decent size too. Okay, so our next coaster of the day is going to be Viper, which is the crazy aero looper right here behind me. I love aero loopers. Just, you can never go wrong. They're such classics, and I hear Viper's a good one. I mean, at least according to Ty here, so...
Yeah, to me, this is a really good aero looper. It has good hang time moments. Honestly, it's my favorite one I've been on. And, like, I've been on ones like Vortex, AKI, Dragon Mountain, Dragonfly. This one's like an absolute favorite. I got 8 rides on it last time I was here. So
okay.
It's really good.
I'm excited. Let's do it. Oh man, it's not going right now, but the corkscrew goes right over to Q here. This is insane.
Give me an excuse to go again.
Yeah, I'll have to marathon just for the footage. Okay, so we have a special guest, but Amanda doesn't know she's here. So she has no idea. Well, she knows you're here now. Okay, so Viper was actually really fun. I enjoyed that. Like I said, you can never go wrong with the classic aero. This one had a tunnel. That was a bit of a surprise for me, but yeah, overall, I'm a fan. Okay, so it's not coming right now, but this year's Moose on the Loose, which is one of the most iconic rides here at Darien Lake. Okay, so we most definitely will be doing Moose on the Loose, but first we're gonna get Hoot and Holler, which is the kitty credit because We are
proud credit horse.
We are. Look at this, we get the whole train to ourselves.
I don't know why I'm doing this. I got the credit ready.
Okay, so unfortunately we can't get the hoot and holler credit because it's one of those coasters where you need to have a kid. So lame, but
I got the cred.
yeah, they must have changed their policies.
Yeah.
But we are gonna do Moose on the Loose. Moose on the Loose. Moose on the Loose.
I'm getting so much airtime.
And away he goes. Oh boy, it's almost our turn for Moose on the Loose. I don't know why, but I'm more excited for this than any of the other coasters we've done today. Of course I'm recording this. Bye, Cody. Just like that, she's on the loose.
Hello.
My friend.
Aw, look at Parker. He has a new best friend.
You can't go out now. There's a moose on the loose.
A moose on the loose?
Parker, what's his name?
Mortimer Moon.
I love it. Amanda, did you break up with Quenten for that moose?
Moose on the roof.
Hey. You have a new friend, Quenten. What's your friend's name?
I had way too much fun on that. I probably lost all of my dignity, but I don't care. We did Moose in the Loose. But in all seriousness, it's pretty fun because there's lots of different sets and little things to look at as we're chugging along, and there's some audio clips, so it actually tells a bit of a story about there's a moose who's gone on the loose. That's so fun. Pain means 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 fun. We're going to Mind Eraser, if you could already tell.
I've been waiting for this all day.
You haven't. You've been so patient.
I know. I'm just I let them do all their rides so I can get the Mind Racer. And now we're ready. We're ready for the best SLC out
Oh
there.
yeah, we're ready. So one thing I will say about today is that it's been very busy, like busier than I guess it normally is. And we just found out why. It's because the Backstreet Boys are here. Now we gotta devise a plan to get into that concert. Love the Backstreet Boys. Something else that's kind of been weighing down on our day though is that all of the coasters here only have one train going, and they're not the fastest operations. So yeah, on busy days like this, when it's a weekend and there's a concert, be prepared to wait. So unfortunately, Mind Eraser broke down just before we were able to get on. This is the second ride of the day to break down on us. Well, mind you, we weren't in line for Ride of Steel when it broke down, but it was down when we entered the park, meaning that we couldn't get to it until a bit later. I mean, it happens. We encounter this stuff all the time, but it is a very Six Flags thing. Anyways, it is supper time, so we're gonna go get some food. Okay, Mind Eraser is open again. We are back. Second time's the charm. Okay, so we survived Mind Eraser. It's a little janky,
That is definitely as painful as I remember. That makes flight deck so smooth. I freaking love it.
I mean, I stapled myself in really hard, so it wasn't terrible for me, but I could still tell, like, it was really janky. Actually, I was stapled in so much that I got stuck. Like, we had to really push to get myself out of the restraint there.
That makes flight deck smooth.
Yeah.
That is so freaking good. I love it.
Bend means fun! Okay, so we just did a second ride on Predator. I thought it was a bit better this time, and by better I mean a little more intense. That Titan track is super smooth though. It's, you glide like butter. For our last ride of the day, we did Ride of Seal, which is a fantastic sunset ride. Oh man, we could see the sun setting from the left hill. It was absolutely beautiful, and just going by the water and seeing all the reflections. This ride is so pretty. Like, it's fun and it's intense, but it's also super pretty. Anyways, we're just leaving the park now. All in all, I'd say that we had a pretty good day here at Darien Lake. I mean, you can definitely tell it's one of the smaller Six Flags parks. It has that local park feel, which sometimes is a good thing. In today's case, it kind of hindered us because a lot of the rides were only running one train and operations were really slow. There also weren't a lot of food options I found, like kind of more of your basic burgers, fries, chicken tenders. We didn't even eat here today. We're actually gonna eat off property tonight. But other than that, I mean, the rides themselves are pretty good. Maybe a little on the painful side, but that doesn't bother us one bit.
Oh, never. Never ever. That would never, that never bothers us.
What do you think of Darien Lake, Tyler?
I've always been a fan of this park. This is my third time ever coming here. It's my second favorite Six Flags park I've been to.
Oh, okay.
Out of the three. It might be fourth, probably after next 2 weeks.
Oh,
but,
fair enough.
but I really do love coming here. It's only 2 hours away. I mean,
yeah, I know I'll be back quite a bit.
Out of my 3 visits here, the best time to come, if you can, you want the best experience here, come when the park is dead. Even though with the one train off operations, this park is better when it's dead because there's no lines. You can probably basically marathon everything. Cause the second time I was here, I was able to get like 10 on Tantrum, 8 on Predator, 8 on Viper, 8 on Ride of Seal, even with the one train.
Wow, okay.
So,
yeah, like today was definitely busy. Like I said earlier, there's the Backstreet concert, so that kind of made our waits a little longer than I think a normal day would be.
This park doesn't usually get busy unless there's something big going on. So check. If you're a coaster enthusiast and you're just here to ride coasters all day and not here for the big events, check to see. If there's not a big event, it's very possible this park won't be busy.
Okay, good to know. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us on today's Six Flags adventure. Be sure to follow all of my friends. I'm going to put their links and handles in the description and probably on the screen, so you know what to do. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for more theme park travel, local, and outdoor adventures.
Follow FASD forever, Amanda.B on Facebook.
Yes, do that. And as always, the adventures are calling.
Baby's fun!
If you listen closely, you can hear the Backstreet Boys. It's a beautiful sound, I assure you. Subscribe, everyone.